Welcome to Season 3, Episode 9 of Tradition of Excellence with Mayor Judy Sheets, class of 1970. The part that interested me the most was her involvement in high school, and I hope you enjoy.
Thank you for joining us on the Tradition of Excellence. Our guest today is Judy Sheets, class of 1970, or my grandma. So what were you involved in when you were in high school?
When I was in high school, I was involved in anything that I could. I loved high school and I loved all the extracurriculars. I was involved in band, the big broadcast. I was on the makeup crews for the plays. I also, and I don't even know if you have these clubs anymore, but I was in Sunshine Club and also Z Club. So there are many different things. Like I said, in band, I was involved in pep band and marching band. And actually in the junior high, I was a drum majorette. So yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, since you have been in high school, what have you done?
Okay, when I first got out of high school, I went to Purdue University and I worked for a few months because at that time I was in business classes and they gave you the opportunity to go tour Purdue. And if you wanted to work there, you could go ahead and apply. So the school arranged all that for us. So that was my first thing, was to go to Purdue University. I worked for a couple years at Home Hospital in Lafayette and then came to Clinton County Hospital here in Frankfort. So I decided that's really not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to be in the medical field. So then I became a dental assistant. I was that for 5 years. And the opportunity came up to work for the city of Frankfort in the juvenile aid division. So I thought this is a perfect opportunity for me. So I started there. I'm old. I started there in 1978. Wow. And I still currently work for the city of Frankfort. So I'll soon be celebrating 47 years. During that time, I spent almost 30 years at the police department, and then I was clerk treasurer for 12 years. And I'm currently the mayor, and I came into office there in March of 2020.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
So if you had a piece of advice that you could give your high school self, what would you give her?
You know, I think the thing that I would most emphasize is don't stress and worry about what your future is going to hold, because so many things change. Once you get out of high school, there's so many opportunities, you meet so many different people.
Yeah.
So that would be the big thing, is just don't stress about what your future holds for you. You can move forward in one direction, but you know what? In 5 years, you might totally change that. So that's something that I would do.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Grandma, for joining us. And thank you, viewers, for joining us as well on this episode of Tradition of Excellence. And we'll see you next year.